Hey guys, Malachite here, trying to steady this tripod because I was just doing a video and the camera took a nosedive and it stopped my video, and now I have to do it all over again. Wow. It's up here because the phone is plugged in, and I caught the cord and diving. Hi, baby. So basically I'm doing this video because Danu's Dragonfly thought my story was worth doing a video over. Basically the story is about how I wrote something down and it ended up manifesting because that's what I wrote it down for it to do. So basically at the time I was reading a book by Doreen Virtue. Now, don't really read much of her stuff anymore, but she's good for some people, and she was good for... I keep hitting the thing. Hold on. There, that will stop that. She was good at the time for me for what I needed to learn and know. And one of the things that she was talking about was, you know, manifesting the things in your life that you need. And at that time I didn't have a whole lot of clothes or things like that, so I really wanted really wanted some specific styles of clothes because it wasn't something that I could super afford, but I was kind of changing my style at the time and I just needed some new clothes. I also had kind of outgrown the other clothes I had. So what I did was I took a piece of graph paper and I drew out a closet and filled it with like squiggly clothes. The drawing was not epic, trust me, it was just like a little rectangle with little squiggly clothes in it. And I have something in my eye. And little squiggly clothes in it. And then Ruby. And then it had like little square things for shoes and all this other stuff. And I just kept believing that that was going to happen. I kept looking at it, you know, thinking about it at least once a day. And you know, I had arrows drawn to the clothes and I had very specific types of clothes and things written out. Very specific. So the exact types of things that I wanted would manifest, not just stuff that I'm so sorry, not just stuff that I wasn't interested in, but very specific types of things. So so yeah, it was just very specific. And I ended up with what I had asked for in my closet. I'm not a fancy person, so most of it was from thrift stores, but it was really nice stuff in the colors I wanted, in the styles I wanted, stuff that fit. There was only a couple things that didn't fit, and yeah. So, I mean, it happened, even jewelry and stuff. So, it definitely works. And a lot of you probably know that anyway, because I know a lot of you, or some of you, do like the boards where you cut out pictures and write dates and exact things, and I know those definitely work as well. But doing things like that will get the message all the way down inside of you into your subconscious, where you actually really do believe that that is going to happen for you, will actually make it happen. It's pretty amazing. But I wanted to share that story because it really did work. I'm sorry I'm not more, but I'm a little tired. I haven't been taking my vitamins properly, and I know it's really bad, so that's why I'm so tired. But anyway, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm gonna go make dinner and have vitamins in just a minute. But so it kind of got me thinking too about, and this was just my train of thought, there's a show called What the Bleep Do We Know? And it talks about different planes and quantum physics and causing things to come into existence and how to make your life better, and things like that. And if you just type quantum physics and manifestation into Google, you will get like 8 bajillion hits. It is a huge, huge deal. Basically, I just pulled one up so I could read this. What exactly is quantum physics? Basically, it's a specialized form of science that, unlike Newtonian physics, studies, explores, and explains how everything in the tangible world comes into existence. Quantum physics, parentheses, the really smart and sometimes insightful guys who make the science of quantum physics possible, quote, little quotation thing, basically explore the nature of reality beginning at the subatomic, unseen level. It's not fully figured out at all, where all physical things, whether events, conditions, and circumstances, as well as everything in the entire universe, stem from. Put simply, quantum physics breaks physical things down into their purest form and most basic form, attempting to discover the ultimate source from where they are derived. So, basically, a lot of people break this down into where our life comes from as well. I mean, if it's down to a subatomic level, where do things start at that level? A lot of quantum physicists will talk about, if we could unlock that key, we could actually make something come into existence. It's complicated and I'm not explaining it right, but basically this little thing of lip balm is here. I see it, I feel it. But one of the theories is that some other people may see it, but they may not see it like I do. And some of the other theories are that it doesn't exist, and that if I could unlock that key to go all the way to the subatomic level, we could actually unlock the key to making it just pop into existence simply by the power of thought. If I am explaining that properly, which I may not totally be because it's really complicated. It's definitely worth reading about because it is science, and I always like reading about science when it coincides with things that have to do with philosophies and belief systems. So it's really interesting, and What the Bleep Do We Know goes into it a lot better than what I'm trying to explain it. It's just a pretty amazing thought. They talk about how the way I see my room is entirely different from the way someone else sees it, from colors to shapes to everything. And I remember being a little girl, and I mean little, like 3, and asking my dad, do you see things the way I see them? And my dad was like, I must have been watching a show about quantum physics, I don't know. And my dad was like, what? I was like, do you see things like I see things? And he was like, I don't know. You strange child. They loved me, but I was odd. I remember asking, and this is pretty normal because I watched a lot of old TV programs, asking if they saw in black and white when they were little kids. Was the world black and white? That's a pretty normal question though for little kids to watch a lot of black and white television. But the "do you see like I see" questions always stuck with me. I thought that was such a really strange question for a child to ask. But anyway, this is all really interesting to me, and I think it's definitely worth looking into and reading just for interest's sake. And I mean, there's gonna be a lot of crackpot stuff out there, so you know, take some of it with a grain of salt. I'll take a lot of it with a grain of salt, but anyway, it is really interesting. And definitely, if you are someone that you know, needs something in your life, abundance work, like writing things down, it definitely does work. It basically comes down to, it's all intent in the end anyway. And like when we work a spell, and I think this is why Goddess is having me work from the intent level up, is because she knew that is the part that I would have the most trouble with, is believing and trusting that it will happen. The rest of it, I think she knows I won't have any trouble believing that, you know, nails and this is going to protect me from this. But as far as the ingredients, but the intent is the part where the trust level has to come from my subconscious level and from me. So that's why I think she started me at intent and intent only. And it really is something that you have to learn, especially if you're not a terribly trusting person, or maybe you've been burned by other religions or things like that. Definitely watch Danu's video, because it's really, really good and really interesting. And then maybe read some on quantum physics, that's interesting too. And then just, I don't know, read on intent or meditate on it, talk to Goddess about it, and just do small intent work. Like if you need, you know, a new pair of shoes, just try that, you know, and work from there, and see where it goes. This ring I've wanted for ages, a bloodstone ring, and what's really cool about this ring is I realized there's something called the Forevertron, which I want to visit before I go to the other side. This looks like it could be a piece of the Forevertron. Look up the Forevertron, it's really cool. So cool. But this looks like it could be a piece of the Forevertron. Anyway, and there was this ring with this gorgeous bloodstone in it, and a little bit too big for the finger, but that's what these are for, and it'll actually keep the metal off my skin, which is good. So even things like that you've forgotten that you've been asking for just pop up, and you're like, oh wow, yeah, there it is, I found it. So yeah, just I have experience with it working more than just that time, but that's the only time I feel comfortable sharing. So because I am kind of a private person, guys, sorry. But I can tell you it works. It definitely works. If you believe rubbing the tummy of a money Buddha is going to bring you money, it will work. Every time you rub the belly of the money Buddha, it may be $2, but you're going to get money because you've rubbed his tummy. You just need to tell him thank you, because he's, you know, he's not a slot machine. So anyway, I'm going to leave this video on that note because it's almost over and I want to film my Ruby without filming my messy room. So let me unplug my phone and see if I can get her. There she is. You say hi. Say bye-bye. Video is over. I do not want to go over 15 because then it won't upload. It's really irritating. So anyway, that's all for now, and well, it's really close. Take care, guys. Many blessings. Bye.